Hello, everybody. My name is Brent Reed. This is a new show that I created today called Pick'em, where my good friend Tim Woodson, or somebody else, if I'm in a different location and they're agreeing to do the show that day, will pick the NFL games of the week. Pick 4 games or 3 games or how many games they want to. They're choosing. Tim today is going to do point spreads or who you think is going to win. No strategy behind it. He's not going to pick because this one throws this many passes or any crazy crap. Tim, what's your method behind doing it?
I don't have a method.
Simple enough. Simple man. I wish I had the song. I would cue it right now, but it's not that kind of show. The cool thing about this is you can also, to give myself a cheap promo, you can catch my show, Downright Sports, every Tuesday, every new show Tuesday, because you can watch it anytime, because on YouTube, you can pretty much go back and look at everything because it's logged in, but every new episode is every Tuesday, unless for some reason I can't do the show because I don't feel like it. So in any case, Tim, on this day, Tim picked 4 games, right, Tim?
That's right.
All right, the 4 games Tim picked today, St. Louis Rams, who are visiting the Green Bay Packers, the 4-0 Green Bay Packers, that's what I want to get to. He also picked Chicago at Kansas City, 2 teams looking for hope, 2 teams looking for wins, 2 teams that will be looking for new quarterbacks next year. He also picked the New Orleans Saints and the Philadelphia Eagles. My favorite coach, Chip Kelly, when he first came in the league, I backed him. I thought he was going to revolutionize the game, but like every other college coach, he seems to suck his sophomore year. Should have kept Tim Tebow. It's good. And finally, he picked Arizona at Detroit. Arizona, who I believe are 4-1, and Detroit, who I believe are 0-4. If this internet stopped working, I'm going to be aggravated. So let me get the phone queued up, which will be equally as hard. So let's start. Tim, let's start with your first pick, St. Louis Rams at the Green Bay Packers. Go.
All right, St. Louis Rams, Green Bay Packers. Aaron Rodgers is a game manager to me, so I think that he'll keep their offense off the field and he'll burn the clock. So I don't think it's going to be an extremely high-scoring game, but he will win the game by a good amount of points. I think all together, they'll score about 35 points and beat St. Louis. St. Louis, I don't know.
We know St. Louis is going to. Let's just go back. How many points?
35 points together.
35 total points.
All together.
Even.
Both sides will come together to score 35 points even.
And Green Bay wins by how much?
Green Bay, they will beat them at least by 7. Yeah, that means... Oh, yeah, I know what that means. And that's what I'm going to stay by.
We're missing a Macho Man promo right now.
Oh, yeah, we are.
Because Tim just did a complete 360 and then another 360.
Don't forget the 180.
And then another one, 360. Oh, that's amazing to me, kids. So you got Green Bay, St. Louis, 35, even.
And the beat goes on.
I'm not going to touch that one. Oh my God, if that happens, ladies and gentlemen, that will be for the first time on this show. We're going to have something new called Lock It. That will be locked. All right, we're locking that one. Next game, Chicago and KC. Go.
Chicago and Kansas City. Both of these teams, they are technically horrible at this point.
I say so.
Oh, yeah, but that also means that neither team has a defense that's going to stop the other one, to me.
Which is crazy because Chicago was built on defense, and then they gave Jay Cutler.
For a long time, they were. But you got to remember, when they were losing, they don't have a defense anymore.
Even when they sucked or where they were not decent, it was always, Chicago Bears, the defense. You always worry about the defense. Here's where they went wrong. Not to go on a sidetrack, but here's where they went wrong. Denver, at the time, Mike Shanahan was the head coach. Didn't want to coach Jay Cutler. We drafted Jay Cutler. Jay Cutler was uncoachable. I don't know if Shanahan was there when they traded him or not. I could be wrong on that. I'll look into that and correct that next week. But in any case, when a team trades a franchise quarterback, he's not a franchise quarterback. You don't hear, I think I'll trade Joe. They did trade Joe Montana, but it was at the end of his career for another Hall of Fame I like to call Steve Young. They didn't trade Brett Favre did get traded at the end of his career because they had a guy on the bench by the name of, I don't know, Aaron Rodgers. So when you make those
So are you
decisions,
saying that Tom Brady's going to be traded in the future? Just want to know. Just want to know.
if they got somebody ready, if there's somebody, I mean, they're not smart teams. Which, as a New Yorker, I hate to say this, but New England has proven they are the San Antonio Spurs of the NFL. They just do it the right way. You hate everything they do, but they do it the right way. Oh, they're so boring because they go out and win. If I win, call me boring. Fuck it.
So I win repetitive. Yeah, I'm boring.
I'll take it. It means the checks are rolling in. All right. So you got Chicago and KC. What's your what you got for points wise? Who are you picking the winner, or are you just picking points?
All right. Right now, I'm gonna pick both the winner and the points.
Go ahead.
All right. Together, I believe since neither team has a defense that's going to stop each other, they'll score more points. I think they'll score about 45 points together.
45 over or under 45 or 45 even?
Under 45.
Under?
Yeah, I'm not going to stand on the branch with that.
So under 45. All right, and who you got?
And I got Chicago, I believe, going to win this one.
You got Chicago.
I believe I got Chicago.
Big pig. How much?
Let's see. They will win by at least 14.
Oh,
Stand this with Fat Man Damas.
I love that. Chicago by 14. I was going to say Chicago by 3. You may want to go with my picks, people, but Tim may make you a lot of money.
No, they won't be that close.
Really?
They won't be that close.
All right. Chicago all season. I mean, if you outside of the Green Bay game, which they were in, they lost to Green Bay by an 8. They beat Oakland by 2. Sorry, and they got blown out by Seattle, but they only gave up 26.
Of course, they beat Oakland.
Kansas City.
Talking about my team.
Sorry, we're not going to harp on this too long. We got to finish this. We're at the 6-minute mark. We got to blow through this. I'm not going to look into it. I'll come back to the Kansas City game. All right, so recap. Chicago, KC. You got Chicago beating KC by 14. But to combine, they're going to be under 45 points. Excellent. Breeze through this one. I know this pick a little bit. You got New Orleans visiting the Philadelphia Eagles. Eagles who are coached by Chip Kelly, who's a moron. Go ahead, Tim. What you got?
All right. But the moronic coach, I'm going to stick with the... well, being that you say Drew Brees is hurt this year, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. But it still doesn't really change my outcome of it.
Okay.
I still think Philadelphia's going to win it.
Got Philly winning.
Yes, because I don't believe that Drew Brees is the greatest of quarterbacks. I believe he was just a decent quarterback put into a scheme that he fits.
All right, point.
So I think the coaches will, keep up the same gameplay.
Mm-hmm.
And the points to that one is going to be around, I don't know, I'm going to say about 30 again, somewhere around 30. That's going to be a low-scoring game. They're going to be pretty even on it.
I love it. And you got Philly by how much?
Philly's going to win by at least 10.
Philly by 10. You changed it. You early had it. Philly by 10. I love that. You had it by. You had
made
7.
Me fall in love with Chip Kelly since you said he was a moron.
All right. Finally, the last game. We'll wrap up soon. The last game. Arizona at Detroit. Arizona 4-0. One of the better defense and offensive teams in the league. Detroit, one of the worst teams in the league because they're the opposite. They're 0-4. Go ahead.
All right. But going with this game, I believe it's going to be a high-scoring game because of the sheer fact that both teams like throwing the ball. Calvin Johnson is on one side. I think he will get some yards in this.
Larry Fitzgerald's having a fantastic year. Thank God he's on my fantasy team.
About time. Thank you for bringing it back, Larry Fitzgerald. Which comes to my other point. The Arizona Cardinals also got another receiver, more than likely. And so I think there's going to be a lot of points scored, but only on the Arizona Cardinals side. So I think this is going to be up there in about 60 points. I'm going to say 60.
Over under?
Under, of course.
Under 60.
I'm not, standing on the branch with that one either.
And Arizona by how much?
And I'm going to say Arizona will win by at least 20. It's going to be up there. It's going to be nasty.
I wish I had, stuff that you could just see, shooting out my head.
You can put it down there later.
I may when I edit it, because this will air tonight. All right, so let's do a recap. You got St. Louis, Green Bay, 35 even. Chicago, KC. Chicago winning by 14, 45, under 45 or under. Your Saints and Eagles, 30 even. Philly by 10. And Arizona and Detroit, Arizona by 20, 60 overall. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what I like to call a great start. this has been the new show. Pick'em is quick. We get to the point. There's not a whole lot of blubbity blubbity blah. I just made that up. Want me to say it again?
Yes, please.
Blubbity blubbity blah. This is my good friend Tim Woodson. We may see him next week. We may not see him next week. I may have to pick him next week. I will air the picks that I pick. I'm Brent Reed. Ciao.